was gonna be a hit, Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Urban Sands, where every sand has a story to tell. From your sweat, from your tears, your love and your frustrations builds that sandcastle, builds your tower, builds your worth, builds your legacy. Today I'm here from Amanda from Bad and Boujee.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
We are in Abu Dhabi. It is beautiful. It is lit. We got a lot of riz going on for all the kids out there. We're having a great time. And today we're going to inspire you to hear these stories about entrepreneurship, love of what you do, and belief and faith in walking your journey. Today, Amanda, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good. Halloween is coming up. Black Friday's coming up. About to see a lot of people here, shot in town real quick. And so before I leave, I just wanted to see everybody. So I'm feeling good.
I'm happy that you're back here today. I'm excited to be back in here in Bad and Boujee. Tell us what Bad and Boujee is, because I know you're watching right now. You got the little title lines at the bottom, but it's more than a hair salon. What is it?
It's definitely more than a hair salon. We have the lounge in here, so you can just relax. It's a whole vibe. You come in here, you listen to some music, you relax, we pamper you, get your feet done, your nails done, your hair done, haircut, lashes, brows, you name it, we do it. And it's just different here. I mean, it's really different to even the decor. It's just a vibe.
We'll definitely come back around to that, because I want to start from the beginning. I want to start where the attitude to build a business comes from. Like, this show is mainly important about, we specify, we get into the thick and details about how you are you, and maybe I can steal some of your tactics from you and execute my own plan. So what makes Amanda get up and run a business?
I do this for my baby. I do this for my daughter. I want her to have, I want to have my legacy.
Right.
I want her to be able to say, my mom owns a lounge, and pass it on to her.
Right.
That's the ultimate goal. I don't knock a 9 to 5, but it's nothing like owning your own. Like, when you put your time and your money into something, it's nothing like it. And so not only do I do it for her, but I did it for the community. Like, I wanted us to have something nice out here. I wanted us to, be able to relax and just vibe out and actually have someone to take care of our hair. There's a lot of places you go to, you have to pay extra for the grease, extra for the shampoo, if extra for the conditioner, any kind of treatment. It was just so, like, out the blue. Like, why do I have to pay something extra if you're a salon to do my hair? And so I definitely wanted to.
When I think about the things you're saying, I have to really get into the point of, did you know that hair was your purpose, or did it take you a while to find? Because there's so many people who are looking for their purpose, who may watch these things and they feel happy for you that you found your path. But how did you get to it? Did you know hair was your thing, or it's a byproduct of your experiences?
It's from my experience. I was somewhat of a tomboy, just hooping, throwing my hair up in a ponytail. And my mother grounded me for the whole summer. She was like, "You better have a different style every day, or I can't go hoop." And so I had a different style.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that this came from trauma like the rest of us?
And so with doing that, I was doing people hair in college. It's just something that came easy to me. And then it's just the relationship you have with people when you're doing their hair. It's like therapy. You get to know people. You get to tell them your stories. They get to tell you their stories, and it's just the love.
I love the fact that you had a choice. I make a joke about trauma, but trauma either creates heroes or villains, and you took that energy and created something that actually helped you have a business here today. What type of things do you deal with mentally when you're forming a business like this, when you're running everything in and outside of your life, on top of being a mom, on top of being a boss, on top of being just a regular human being, a sister, brother, cousin, auntie?
Definitely.
Not brother, excuse me.
Yeah.
You said you were a town boy. Sorry.
Definitely sleep deprived. Definitely a lot of makeup. They making a lot of money off me covering these bags under my eyes. Days where I don't have the energy for my daughter. Days I don't have the energy for anybody. Like, I just want to be in my home and just shut the door, put my phone on do not disturb, because it's exhausting. From the time you get up to the time you go to bed, it's the salon has to go on, because I'm still in the States, so I'm running this salon in the States. So when everybody's asleep, I'm still, posting stuff, making sure we have everything that we need for appointments. And so while everybody, well, not everybody, the people that don't know about entrepreneurship, it's 24/7. Like it's no stop. You can't. It's no vacation. Like I can't just go on vacation and say, "Oh, I'm not gonna worry about this business," because the business runs with me.
You just spoke about the number one thing I think entrepreneurs or successful people, mainly in my field, I'm a man, so I'm gonna speak from a man's perspective. We have a hard time juggling being at home and what it's like to actually fulfill a purpose and give it all to
Right.
provide for your family. Like no one in your family really cares how much you sacrifice because you're not there.
Mhm.
So you spoke of going in your house and closing your door. That is one of the biggest equations that people I know who work
Yeah.
hard, directly men that I know that work hard. I'm not saying women don't work hard. It's men that I know who work hard on these tiers we have these discussions about how do I be a father? How do I get home and not just send money? How do I make sure they have everything they want, but I'm not there?
Right.
When you figure that out, let me know.
Look, it's hard. I'm not like the gifts, even as a mother. You like with my daughter, like here's the gifts, here's that. She don't want that, she want my time. But I'm exhausted.
Right.
I'm exhausted. And a lot of times we ask kids, what you want, the toy or you want time. And sometimes they'll break our heart and say, "Oh, I just want your time." Like just spend like 30 minutes with me. And that's heartbreaking in itself. Like, how can I juggle and not have that guilt of, dang, I should really be spending this time with her, but I really need to get this business. And then people on the outside, like, I don't see Amanda with her daughter. Like,
Right.
That's tough in itself.
A lot of people don't realize to chase the entrepreneurship and the dream, even when it doesn't pay in the beginning, you're still paying in the long run with relationships. Hopefully, how it usually works out is you accomplish the goals. Hopefully you do, what you are right now. And then at the end of the day, you can circle back and try to rebuild the relationships. Only thing is, I'm happy your daughter, I find joy in your daughter communicating to you that she wanted your time. At least she didn't lash out and do something that causes you to force to bring your time. This communication is the first level and the best level of response in this beginning. Tell me about the moments where you locked your door, you turned off your phone, but you still had to get up in the next 4 hours because you're not getting any sleep. Why did you get up?
I had to. It's a lot of prayer. It's a lot of talking to God. It's like, I got this. It's days where I want to say, forget this salon. I'm gonna keep my money in my pocket. I'm gonna give my baby. I forget this salon because this is tough. This is a lot of work, especially, in a different country. Like, it's not as easy as it is just opening up an LLC in the States and getting a loan. It's tough. I mean, I've had many nights of tears. Sometimes I couldn't even go to sleep because by the time I got done talking to God, journaling and crying, I had like 30 minutes to get up and do it all over.
Who checks on Amanda when she's crying? Who knows?
Yeah.
Right.
You're right. Maybe my baby. But she don't know I'm crying, maybe.
Yeah. It's the entrepreneurship. It's the pain. It's you're a weirdo. And I'm not saying that in a negative sense. I'm saying you're a weirdo. You're separated from society. Mm-hmm. It's insanity because you're repeating the same thing. It's more of a concentrated effort to believe in something that's not there. Right. Some people have sight. Some people have vision.
That part.
And you had vision and you had to actually put your hands on something that did not exist. Because, it formulates in our mind. For those watching, it formulates in your mind first and then it becomes a reality. Nothing you see here was not formulated in someone's mind first. And I just want to encourage you to think about those things as we move forward in the tangible things that we try to hold on to in the moments we can't even see in time. Moving on to some greater pastures. I don't want to keep it down too much.
No,
because I want to talk about you having a business in Abu Dhabi and the fact that I will not negate the fact that you are a woman in a country that has an overarching theme that women are not welcome, which is not true because right now you are proving that wrong. But in a small vacuum, you also are a Black African American woman doing business in another country while living in another country. There are so many different routes that we can talk about here. But what is the most inspiring thing you can tell people about pursuing this venture and why? Just business alone that way.
Just business alone. Wow. I mean, first off, Bad and Bougie is the first salon for men.
Mm.
And then
And this
and you, yeah,
in the
and
UAE,
yeah,
in UAE, excuse me.
yeah, it's not heard of. And of course, they made a comment to me, and they were like, "You should be lucky because this has never been done before." And I said,
Mm.
"I am. I really am." Um, it was hard at first because, of course, sometimes talking to them without having a man present was very difficult.
Yes.
But of course, my business partner Loso, he did a lot of the talking sometimes when they just did not want to talk to me because being an African American woman, we're a little aggressive sometimes in our tone.
Really? I wouldn't. You know what? That's new.
When you're passionate about something, I'm not angry. I just want you to listen to me. And, we have a little hand gesture sometimes, and that may be disrespectful.
I think all women and all men, I think all human beings, all animals can be aggressive at sometimes. But I don't want to say that's maybe it is taught as a basic level of communication that Black women have that, but all people do that. Yeah. Everybody gets angry in their own way. Yeah. A lot of people pick up phones and call on barbecues. Yeah. That's still an aggressive tone. Yeah.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Not isolating anyone. I'm just saying there's good people on both sides.
Right. But I definitely had the vision. I came to this souk a couple of times and I'm like, this is what I want. Like, I wanted the open concept. I wanted the bar. And I said, I'm just going to do it. The only way you can find out if it's going to happen is if you do it. I didn't want to listen to people because sometimes when you talk to people, they'll make you say, oh man, I really can't do it. Like there's so many people that told me I couldn't do this. And look at it.
Some people who can see that you can't do it, but not the visionaries that can actually formulate things.
It's not possible. It's not possible. You're not going to be able to open that.
And
that was the motivation.
Sometimes Disney movies don't get it wrong. When they see somebody calculating stuff in the air and you see the equations form out, that's where blessings and favor comes from. Yeah. And I'm sorry that you had to deal with the transition of women doing business, but we needed to be done because just like any other court case, now we can refer to, well, Amanda from Bad and Boujee has this done back in this time, so why can I achieve? You're a pioneer. You're a pioneer in business. That's why every grain of sand has a story to tell here on Urban Sands. And I just want to tell you thank you for pushing the way for women, period. For business, for anyone that wants to do a business. Now let's walk this into what's some of the things you had to do to get a business in the UAE.
Okay, first off, definitely have to get your name. They have to get the name approved. You have to pay to get the name approved. Then you have to pay for the actual establishment. And then I didn't pay for an organization to do it because I wanted to know step by step myself, right? A lot of times, not knocking any organizations out here, but you don't know what they're doing behind the scenes.
Right.
And so I actually went down to the Department of Labor, and sometimes I got turned around. Sometimes I didn't have the right attire on. I got turned around as well. But it's like getting an establishment card. The business license is easy. It's everything else afterwards because they have to come inspect. And it's certain things that our contractors that we hired didn't know because, of course, it's somebody else doing that. Mm-hmm. So they had to come inspect the fire systems. Like Bad and Boujee was here a year before we even opened because of all of the setbacks because of what I didn't know.
Right.
So instead of doing it the quote right way, hiring somebody to do it for you, I chose to do it on my own to figure it out. So I definitely can help anybody else that wants to do it. But yeah, it's a lot of paperwork. It's a check sheet basically, and you can't go out of order.
Delayed, not denied. And those who are watching the show, if you want to get in touch with Amanda, we'll definitely leave her Instagram in the set, and you can be like, hey, I need some information. Yes. And I'm sure she'll give you the information, whether she's charging you or not. That's up to how you talk and speak. It's all up to you. But that's what Urban Sands is supposed to give you an opportunity to understand what we're doing and moving forward and trying to grow everywhere around the world, wherever you may be from. Amanda, tell me, please tell me how did you actually save? What are the things you gave away to save for a business like this? So many people say, I don't have the money, I can't do it. But anyone has to save. No matter if you was
Yes.
given the money, you have to learn how to do these
Right.
things.
And so for the ones that do know me, I love to travel. I like to go on vacation every month, if not every other month. So I had to cut back on that. I had to cut back on my lashes. I had to cut back on
Not the lashes.
my lashes. I had to cut back on a lot of stuff and say, like, this is what I really want. And I can sacrifice this to get this. And so that's what I did.
You said you wrote it down.
Yes.
So if you can give us an inside track, what are some of the things you wrote down on your list?
Basically the list of everything we had to pay for to get this up and running. So I had all those costs. I had the LLC, the establishment card, the labor department, everything that you need for them, and you have to pay the fire department, and you have to just everything that wise. And then going to look at all the furniture, I had to price all the furniture. I had to price all of the product. And so putting that down and looking what I already had and knowing that what I put on that paper was a lot. And in UAE, they do not give you a business loan until you're 2 years in business, right? And so it's like, even though I saw on paper how much it was, and then looking at what I needed to save, I didn't care. Because if I had to put more to it, I was going to put more to it.
Yes, the vision. You have to go for the vision. You have to do it till it's complete.
Yeah, but I basically, for those that want to know, I transferred money to an account that I didn't have a card to. And I have to, in order to get to that money, I have to call the bank to send a code. It was like, it's complicated to get my money. Yeah. So that's where I put the money at, so I wouldn't touch it.
For the business side, that sounds spectacular. Everyone, please don't forget that. If you need to rewind the tape, if you need to start, like I said, you can contact her. What are some of the self things you did also? Because being in business, for myself, traveling, doing interviews and the things that I do, there are many days where I woke up and said to myself, man, I got to go do an interview today. Not that I don't want to do the interview, but I don't want to do an interview that has no substance of payback. Yeah. There's so many times that we have to do stuff that has no acknowledgement, no celebration. So did you have a list for your personal self, for your mental well-being?
Not really. I really didn't have a list. It was just, I know where it's going. I know it's backed up by God. And I wrote down where I will be in a year. And the numbers made sense. And it's making sense now. And so I'm okay. I was okay with being in the hole and sacrificing certain things in my life to get to the vision where I want to be.
So what's the next goal for Bad and Boujee? Hair salon.
I would say after we get the approval for the alcohol, the next vision is to move into Dubai. Yes.
So before we move into Dubai, tell us some of the services we have here right in Abu Dhabi. Okay. Give us the address. Tell us where it's at. For those who are watching, like, why you didn't get the address or the information? What she do? We're going to have a whole video that's going to go through this whole place. You're going to see it before you get here, but you got to vision yourself getting the services.
Okay. So we're at the Souk Karat Alberry. It is, a lot of people know of Outline, so it's on the second level of Outline. We offer all services to men, women, and children. We do have a private VIP suite that you can go in and have the privacy for those of you that want your privacy, don't want the men to see your hair. We do have a nail tech we have a female nail tech and a male nail tech in case, you don't want a male on your fingers. We definitely understand that. We do protein, keratin, relaxers, and not box relaxers. We treat natural hair. We do bobs, we do layers, we cut split ends. It's really nothing we don't do. We have barber services. We do locks, starter locks with extensions. We do mani and pedi for we have couples night on Friday. We do mani and pedis. We have 5 different pedicures. We have steam, have a lot.
Have a lot. Hey,
Like we have
hey,
a
listen,
lot.
I was gonna let it keep going.
Yeah,
Listen, there's a lot of services that people need, and I heard that you're very organized, and also heard you have like a plethora of customers, like all nationalities.
All nationalities. We do all hair. We do not discriminate at Baton Rouge. I have stylists for all types of hair.
All types of hair, ladies and gentlemen. This is not just a one trick pony. This has so many things going on. In fact, you're going to see a small documentary of me getting your hair cut from one of my favorite barbers here by the name of Mills. And it's going to be awesome. You're going to check that out on my Instagram.
Yeah.
But tell me more about how your family feels about your accomplishments, the people around who know you personally.
They are so happy for me. And I do reach out to some of them when I'm having my days where I just want to throw the rag in. They've been very supportive, and they were like, Amanda, you did this for a reason, keep going. You know? Zoe is always my biggest motivator, my daughter. So yeah, they've been real supportive. Now my close family has definitely been supportive. Yeah.
Shout out to the close family. Now we're gonna go all the way back. See, I'm walking it back here for you. Where are you from, Amanda? Tell us where.
So I am a military brat. I was raised in Mannheim, Germany.
Mannheim.
And I was born in Chicago.
Chicago, Chi-Town.
Yeah.
Pay them country boys nothing.
So, and right now I'm residing in Houston, Texas.
That is a very interesting triangle.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, what do you hold back in conversations with people with that much diversity in your life? What do you found that is not most common amongst people?
Seeing a Black woman say they're from Germany.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes I hold that back.
Why?
Because then they go into, is your mom German? Is your dad German? You speak German? And stuff. It's like it's like an investigation after I say.
You got survival, so you had to speak a little bit of German.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my thing is, if someone asks you, do you speak German? And you say, yeah, and you start speaking German, I would assume that they speak German. They don't know what I'm saying.
Right.
Right.
For me, I'm a little different. I would love to just go into a cafe full of Germans and sit there and act like I don't understand a thing.
Yeah.
I speak other languages.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why you're rare on many other levels as an African American woman. Most people in America do not speak two languages or more. At least where I come from my neck of the woods. And the fact that you have two different languages or more, and I didn't ask you if you knew anything else.
No.
And everybody knows a little comprende, you know.
Right, just a little bit. A little bit.
So I see, a little so-so, poquito, you know.
You understand it. Yeah, that's what I'm
Not sit down. Not sit down. Not sit down. Hey, we are sitting. I get it. But coming from where I'm from in the Bronx, you know, I picked up things here and there. But being here in the UAE, I've also picked up things here and there from Arabic.
Yeah.
So speaking German, speaking English, coming from German, Chicago, and now in Houston. What are you telling a young girl in 5th grade right now who everyone asks, can I touch your hair?
No, you cannot touch. You can't touch our hair.
We can't hear you. You got to speak up.
You cannot touch our hair.
Oh.
Our hair. Everybody might as well consider an African American woman, child, whatever. It's like our private part. Don't touch it.
Ooh.
Don't touch it. It just do not touch it.
I never heard that before. That is the first time I've heard it put in that way.
I don't even know how to explain it. It's like we're not a doll. We're not a doll. We're nothing to play with. Just leave our hair alone.
In respects to people who've never seen y'all in person, that is like your private part. Just
don't touch it. No.
Listen, I understand. Right. I've never heard that before, and that's so unique, and that's really has me tickled. And I think it's hilarious, and I think it's a great thing that you feel that way, because everybody needs to respect everybody's perspectives on life. Right? When, on this urban sans thing that we do, this is from all perspectives, all walks of life. So I love to hear the detail, minimalism that you feel about hair.
Right. I mean, because it's just something about, first off, for me, you're in my bubble. You're too close. And then to touch my hair, just the feeling, like how you cringe up. That's why I, compare it to what I compared it to, because it doesn't make us feel well. It doesn't make us feel good. It's not one of those, oh, thank you. It's nothing like that. It's just don't touch our hair.
Don't touch our hair.
Mhm.
Absolutely. So,
Yeah.
as we conclude today, what kind of message do you want to give to anyone watching, to any entrepreneur here and around the world?
Yeah. The sky is not the limit.
Ooh.
Just keep going.
Ooh.
Going, going, going. I mean, you don't know that you are going to fail until you try it. Don't let anybody stop you. A lot of times, if you have a vision or you have an idea, don't tell everybody. Just do it. Put it on paper and do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just don't tell everybody. Just put it on paper and do it. That's when it becomes real. That's when it first comes to life on the first piece of paper.
Mhm.
I've walked many lines of how to love yourself, how to move forward, how to do business, how to make yourself stronger every day, and to sit next to you and to see what you have accomplished. I know we're only at the beginning of what greatness looks like. And
Yes.
I'm so honored to be here today. I want to thank you for having me. Thank you for letting us come interview you today.
Thank you. I appreciate
Before you go, please give us some contact information that you feel comfortable with moving forward.
Okay. Well, you guys can reach out to me at Kiss Me Fancy, and it's KISSMIFANCY on IG. And then for the salon is Bag In, as in November, Boujee, Hair UAE. And yeah, you can reach out to me that way. I do respond. Yeah, email, phone. I can't give y'all my phone number. So I'm gonna.
I know everyone wants to know this question that I'm asking right now. Y'all ready for this one? How much are these lashes costing that you spend all your money on?
Let me tell you something. Okay. You can get your lashes done here. Classic lashes for 100 dirhams, and your wispy lashes are 170 here.
Ooh, I don't know how much that costs for men because I'm not getting no lashes. But you know what? More power to you. Because listen, I think I had some pretty good ones that my mama gave me.
You do.
Yes.
Look, everybody's not blessed like that. We have to get a little extra.
Nah, that's okay. It's all good. You got to do what you got to do. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching today. Urban Sands, like I said, we're going to give it to you short and sweet. We're here at Bad and Boujee in the UAE of Abu Dhabi. I've been your host, Sheem. Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you.
Peace and blessings.